Welcome back, Dr. Larry Carnes. We have a very exciting guest with us, Mr. Sinclair Wilkinson. Chess, a beautiful game for people of all ages. Mr. Wilkinson, welcome, sir. Introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, Doc. How are you doing? It's an honor to be here with you, Dr. Carnes. And my name is Sinclair Wilkinson, and I'm an author. I wrote a book, Chess, a beautiful game for people of all ages. And I'm hoping that I can talk a little about this book and the beauty of chess and this game itself.
Yes, sir. So let me ask you this now. I was looking at something here that's written about the book. It says, this chess book is well written. It is an excellent teaching tool for all people who wish to learn and understand this wonderful game of life. This is truly a friendly and well understood book that's written by Robert Collins. And he's a chess Olympian like yourself. And so I thought that was quite powerful. This is a wonderful book. The history, movement, basic strategies, and the importance of each piece is clearly explained. It is a great teaching tool for all who wish to learn and play chess. Talk to us about your goals and what motivated you to write this awesome book.
Well, Doc, my goal really was to encourage as many people locally, nationally, internationally, to encourage as many people to learn this beautiful game, this game of life. And also young people, not so old, not so young, elderly, and also at the end, enjoy the benefits of this game. I started to teach chess when I was a teacher years ago, Doc. And at that point, I used to take a number of students across the islands to compete with other students. And we did quite well. Yes. And when I became a principal, I continued doing that. I'm a retired school principal. I also worked, I'm a member of the board of trustees for the University of the Virgin Islands for 7 years.
Yes.
I am a graduate of the University of the Virgin Islands, and I'm also a graduate. I hold 2 degrees, a master's degree and an EDS degree from the University of Connecticut, UConn.
Yes, sir. I saw that.
Yes, yes, yeah.
You know, and, somebody had to graduate from UConn. I mean, so, you know.
So yes, I'm retired principal. And as I indicated, I volunteer a lot. My hours now, I retired in 2000. And I have a number of people who work with me, and we go to the schools and teach youngsters this game, chess. And what we do, we compete in the schools, and we have competitions on the island.
Yes.
And then from those competitions, we select 20 students, and we take these students to what is called the K-12 tournament. These are national tournaments on the mainland. We have visited places like Philadelphia, Atlanta, Florida, and I even had an opportunity to take students as far away as Greece.
My.
Yeah, Greece, to compete in tournaments.
Yes.
And, yes, Slovenia. I've taken students to Slovenia, to Italy. And so yes, it's part of my blood, Doc. I love this game, and I see the value that this game brings to youngsters.
It is important. I'm looking here, and I see where you were born in the West Indies Islands, migrated to St. Thomas as a teenager. And there, when you migrated to St. Thomas as a teenager, you know, you completed high school, then your undergraduate studies. And of course, you said you went on to the University of Connecticut, and I saw that. But I saw and hear just so fascinating. In 2002, you played on the second board for the U.S. Virgin Islands in the World Chess Olympiad. I see again in 2004, you played on the first board in Spain. Again in 2006 in Italy, 2008 in Germany. And this is fascinating, but you're saying that chess and learning the game of chess has value, and it's important in the lives of people, even when they're not playing the game. What are some of those other values that can be instilled as we learn this magnificent game?
Well, I have read over and over that the individuals who play chess, their test scores, especially in science and math, improve tremendously. Students learn to concentrate. Students learn to focus. Students learn to improve critical thinking. Students learn discipline. I read an article some days ago that it slows the progression of dementia in adults.
Wow.
I did know that, but I learned that, and the author laid out the reasons. Slow the progression of dementia. Pattern recognition, students can do that. Better decision making. Discipline. Students, when I was younger, I know that when I get older, I will not be able to run around. My knees will give me that. And so I decided, well, you know what? Let me learn a sport when I can sit down and still use my brains and still enjoy myself with my friends. And that's one of the main reasons why I learned this sport. I realized I couldn't run around and play soccer anymore. I couldn't run around and play basketball anymore.
Yes.
And I will still enjoy life. And enjoying life was to sit down, use the skills that I have, my brains, and with my friends, and enjoy life. And that's what I'm doing now.
Now you're saying something and I'm listening. You're referring to chess as a sport. And some people will not refer to chess as a sport. Unpack that for us and give us some insights into that.
Yeah, chess is a sport. The challenge is that it does not compete with soccer and basketball in the Olympics, but chess has its own Olympics. Chess Olympics. All the play there is chess.
Yes.
No other sports. And as you indicated, I had an opportunity to represent the Virgin Islands in Mallorca, Spain, Calvi, Italy, Bled, Slovenia, and I played on the team, the Virgin Islands team, and all you saw, we had about 250 plus countries in those tournaments, 250 plus countries. And think about it, you had at least 15 people, delegations, individuals representing their countries, plus times 250. Could you imagine, participated in these tournaments?
Yes.
Yes, it's a sport, but it's not a sport that goes to Beijing, or a sport that mixed with other sports. They feel that chess in itself is one of the largest sports in the world. Next to soccer. And they felt that they have their own platform to have this game by itself.
That is powerful. Now, you said something to me earlier when we were talking. You said, I said, well, my age now, and you said, you're not too old to learn the game, the sport of chess now. So speak to us about that. And because that spoke volumes to me when you said that.
Yeah, Doc, I have a chess club, and we meet every week, once per week, at a particular site. And I have youngsters who are there who are 5 years old, 6 years old. I have individuals who are 78.
My goodness.
Learning this game because they saw this game on television. They heard about the Queen's Gambit.
Yes.
They want to know what this is all about. They saw the movie, The Queen of Katwe. Mm-hmm. And they want to learn this game. And I always say to them, if you can count from 1 to 20, you can learn this game.
Now that is fascinating.
When I was a youngster, that was not the approach individuals took with me. When I was a youngster, they told me that this game was designed for intelligent people.
Yes.
Okay, stick with your dominoes, stick with your checkers. Don't venture in this lane. This is not for you.
My.
I have taken a different approach. And my approach is, as long as you can count from 1 to 20 and you're willing to learn this game, I am willing to teach you.
My goodness. Now that is fascinating. I'm sure that there are those who are viewing who are interested in learning how to get involved in the sport of chess, who want to learn it. I myself you just sparked something in me to say, okay, I think I might want to pursue this. I might want to try this. Tell us how we can pursue it, how we can try it, and then give our viewing audience information about how they can reach you, be it a website, email, anything like that.
Like anything else, the unknown is unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen out there. But I would suggest that there are a number of sites, chess.com, chess24.com. They have information for beginners, for first-time players. Those are excellent sites for individuals who want to learn to play this game. In terms of reaching me, you can connect with me through Great Writers Media. My book is on Amazon.com, or my telephone number is 340-514-7054. You can get in touch with me, and I can also walk you through the process in terms of what other sites and other places you can go and get books and etc.
Yes, that is quite fascinating. I tell you, it has shaken me and got my interest going, got my juices flowing. What are some key things that you would like for our audience to know? Just some key principles that you would like to disseminate and tell our audience about the importance and the value that they can glean from getting involved in the sport.
Well, first, when you start learning this game, it's how the game is presented. A lot of books talk about theories, and a lot of books talk about strategies and all of that. I do the basic. I present my book as like a teacher. I am teaching a class.
Yes.
I will take a piece and introduce that piece to you. This is a knight, or this is a pawn. I will give a little historical overview of this piece, why the pawn is on the board, the movement of the pawn. For example, a pawn is a ground soldier.
Yes.
And when you're fighting in battle, the ground soldier the person uses a spear, and you cannot push that spear through your shield to take out someone in front of you. You must push the shield on the side, your spear on the side, to take out that individual. And that's the movement of the pawn.
We have 20 seconds.
Okay.
You've got me captivated, but 20 seconds. Share with us what you can in 20 seconds.
Doc, I wish that my goal is for everyone that I come in contact with to learn this beautiful game. This game has a lot of value, and I really like them to incorporate those values into their lives.
Wow.
And especially our youngsters.
Yes, sir. Well, I tell you so much. Mr. Wilkinson, thank you so much for being with us right here. And I tell you, you've been such a blessing. Thank you for being with us, sir. Listen.
It's an honor to be here with you, and thank you very much for this opportunity.
Join us again next month for Books of the Month. I'm Dr. Larry Collins.
Thank you, Doc.
This was I tell you, that time flies.
I really thought I would have been here. I couldn't believe it was the time was up so fast, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Man. Yes.
And it was so much information, so interesting. I'm seriously going to look into really, I said, okay, I'm gonna give this a shot.
Doc, you have to. The game is just not a board game. You know, it's a game of life.
Yes.
It's not just a board game, it's a game of life.
Example,
The pawns, I will let the youngsters know. I said, these pawns are the little guys, right? In our community, we have the pawns, but if they work hard and they progress through life and they listen to instructions, they can move up the rank and sit and stand next to the king.
Now, you know what? I wrote a book. One of my books that I wrote is The Law of Humility. And on the cover of my book, I have a chessboard, but the pawn is up front and the king is behind him. And I say many times, those who we discard and we place less value in, they become more significant.
That's correct.
And we need to place value in them.
That's correct. And that's how we treat the pawns at the beginning, you know, on the board, because based on the value, the pawn values 1 point each. You see, the pawn has a value of 1 point each. The others have a lot more value than the pawn. But as the pawn progress on that board and they reach to the last rank, the person can claim any piece. They can claim another queen.
Wow.
You understand? A queen that can stand next to the king.
Yes.
The queen has that value that can stand next to the king. So
that is so
powerful. And I try to teach that lesson to the youngsters.
Yes, sir. I'm going to get your number here, and I'll probably be contacting you.
Please contact me back.
Yes, sir, I will. You'll be notified when it's going to air. And we look so forward to communicating with you. I'm looking forward to learning this sport.
Doc, take care of yourself.
Thank you so much, sir. Blessings to you.
Sure. Okay.